Good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Rahul, and welcome back to Ra Online. What is the operating principle of the pulse oximetry? It is a 1 mark question in the OSCE. Spectrophotometry depends on two laws, that is known as Beer-Lambert's law and plethysmography. So, spectrophotometry that mostly based on two laws, Beer law and Lambert's law. So, Beer-Lambert's law. Let us read what is Beer's-Lambert's law. Beer's law, the intensity of the transmitted light decreases exponentially as the concentration of the substance increases. So, when the intensity of the transmitted light decreases exponentially as the concentration of the substance increases. So, it is Beer's law. Lambert's law, the intensity of the transmitted light decreases exponentially as the distance traveled through the substance increases. Let us clarify with the diagram. It is a formula or equation, so to say. So, it is expressed in these equations. So, intensity of the light transmitted by IE. IO is the intensity of incident light. So, it is inversely proportional to distance, inversely proportional to the concentration, and A is the extinction coefficient and E is the base of the natural algorithm. So, the intensity of the transmitted light decreases exponentially when it travels through the distance or through the substance. When the distance to the substance will incidence of the exponential value will decrease. Also, when the concentration of the substance will increase, that at that time also the incidence of the exposed light or transmitted light or incident light will decrease. Fine, this is the Beer's law and Lambert's law. So, here you can see the incidence of the light decreases when the concentration of the substance increases. Also, here the intensity decreases when the distance traveled by the light through the substance increases. So, this is Beer's law related to concentration, Lambert's law to the distance. L for length, D for distance. So, Lambert's law is for distance, B and C, B for Beer's law, C for concentration, easy to remember. So, after B, C comes. So, mostly Beer's law is related to concentration of the substance. Lambert's law is related to the distance traveled through the substance will be the law. So, Beer's law and Lambert's law. So, in the pulse oximeter, we have two types of electrodes. See here we have a red light. To absorb the red light, we have 660 nanometer diode, and to absorb the infrared rays, we have 940 nanometer diode. Here we put our finger, and here it is a opaque cover. Here it is a photodetector. So, whatever light will be presented, the wavelength will be absorbed by some amount of the by different substances like oxyhemoglobin, deoxyhemoglobin. They somehow absorb this light and they reflect back to the photodetector, and when this photodetector detects the light, they will apply in the form of graphs and the value comes. So, here you can see the graph. So, oxyhemoglobin mainly absorb the 940 nanometer of wavelength, and the red light, mostly deoxyhemoglobin, will absorb the 660 nanometer of the wavelength. We get a isobestic point. So, here this is the isobestic point. This is nearly equivalent to 800 nanometer, where the equal wavelength will be absorbed by the both oxyhemoglobin and reduced hemoglobin with the same isobestic point. So, here depending upon the absorbed and light transmitted, the pulse oximeter denotes a signal or a graph through which we can calculate the SpO2 value. So, the SpO2 value is equal to F into the concentration of 660 by divided by the AC concentration of 660 followed by DC concentration of 660 followed by the AC concentration of 940 and direct current of the 940. So, here you can see a light absorption spectrum. There are two types of light, AC alternating light and DC direct light. So, non-pulsatile structure which are non-pulsatile, mostly tissue, venous and capillary blood, non-pulsatile arterial blood, they all absorb DC light. Pulsatile blood mostly absorb the AC light. So, the difference between the both AC and DC will denote the SpO2 level. So, it is all about plethysmography.